I will say this: in run prevention. If you're going to focus on run prevention, Edwin Diaz has to be on this team. He's going to opt out. He has to opt out. I mean, look at the comparisons of the guys that he's comparing himself to. Tanner Scott, who, by the way, a year later, that contract looks like it's a disaster.
Awful,
right? 4 years, $72 million. He signed that. He was age 30. Josh Hader signed this one at age 29. That's a 5-year deal, almost $100 million, right? This is what Edwin has left. 3 years, $48 million. He's going to turn 32 in March. So he's definitely a little older than those guys, but he's going to have to get at least one more year.
Don't you worry about the committing?
Beg that he accepts that, because do you like Raisel Iglesias closing out games, Kenley Jansen, Kirby Yates, Devin Williams, or Kyle Finnegan, Sal? I can hear your head exploding in June when one of those guys blows a game and Edwin Diaz is pitching for someone else.
Is Drew Smith coming back next year? All right, Hannah, how much of a priority should it be to bring back Edwin Diaz?
Oh, I don't know. I think Jim may have just convinced me that it's more of a priority than I initially thought. You're right. Those are not great relief options. I think it probably won't be a huge priority because bullpens are easier to kind of rebuild on the fly. We saw it this year. You can almost always get a back-end bullpen arm at the trade deadline, like a Mason Miller or a Johan Duran got traded, because there's always a bad...
Helsley.
Yeah, well...
Oh, boy.
You just have to be really smart about your scouting of other teams. There's always like a bad team that lucked into, or not lucked into, but, you know, relievers have like a really good year. One guy's having a fantastic season, but he's on a bad team. He's going to get moved. So, but how confident do you feel that you can make it till the end of July?
I'm more with you
Yeah?
than I am with Duke, yes.
So I get your vantage point about the back end of a potential Edwin Diaz deal probably being a nightmare. You're a win now kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
You want the Mets to win a World Series?
Yes.
They have a window to do it in the next couple of years. You need one of the best closers in the game. And you have the wherewithal in the pockets of Steve Cohen to say, look, in year 4, year 5, if Edwin Diaz is cooked, so be it. I can eat the money. Because to Duke's point, who exactly is closing games? I get the argument, Hannah, that bullpens are a dime a dozen. These guys go from top of the world to being out, basically being irrelevant relievers in 2 or 3 years. Edwin Diaz has shown you now multiple times. In 2022, top of his game. Gets injured, comes all the way back, was up and down in 2024, and was lights out and amazing in 25. Is he going to be as good? I'm not sure. But I don't know where you're getting a closer who not only has star power, not only is embraced and loved by the fans. Listen, I'm a sucker for a narrative. I love the whole trumpets deal. He's a fan favorite with the team. There's something to be said for that. And then, Sal, who's closing games? Who's pitching?
Look, I get it. I mean, who's starting games would be a priority for me. Who's closing?
Why not both?
Worry about that when you get there. Get to the 9th inning with a lead, for goodness sake. Would you think Stearns needs to then change his philosophy, Duke? Because he hasn't signed relievers to long-term deals.
I mean, I think that's a longer conversation. There's a lot of things I think he needs to change, and I think he has said that, you know, a little bit yesterday. You mentioned about the evaluation of other players from other teams. Start there. But I think with a guy like Diaz, you know, you have money to spend. Like, you know, to get Duran or to get Mason Miller, it took your #1 prospect and plus other guys. You want to give up your first-round pick from last year or 2 years ago. No one in this town wants to give up Carson Benj. Well, it would be Carson Benj plus 2 more guys for a reliever.
So you'd rather give up
just give the money. What do you just give him the money.
What do you think it's going to take, real quick? Like, we talking 90 million, 100? Like,
he's getting more Hader.
I'd give him another year or 2 if it takes 2 to get him. Same type of deal, so it gets him up to north of Tanner Scott. I don't think it'd have to get to 95.
You don't think he'll top Hader?
I don't think he'll. No, I don't, because of the age.
Of the age.
You might have sold me. Did he sell you real quick, Hannah?
He did. He sold me on the idea that spend money instead of prospects.
Let's go.
Yeah, good job.
Why not?
All right. Sign Diaz.